Hey watch fans, Brad from Brent Miller Jewelers. And today I have for us the Breitling Navitimer on my left and the Breitling Chronomat on my right. 43mm Navitimer on the black leather strap, 42mm Chronomat here. This is obviously the Chrono, not the GMT that was recently released here in the three-hand with the GMT. And really just saw these today sitting relatively close in our case. And I thought if I asked myself the question, I might as well pose the question to you folks as well. Which one do you prefer? Do you prefer the iconic Navitimer? And I'm going to borderline, I don't know if we'll call the Chronomat iconic, but obviously it's been around for a while and certainly a part of Breitling's DNA and part of their lineup here for quite a while. So really just thought I'd pair these side by side. I mean, these two quite similar with the sunray, sunburst, silver dials. Had them in blue as well, but I just thought the silver really came through a little bit more here for video compared to the blue dial with the black sub dial. So really, I'm a fan of both of these. I think they both look great. I'm not going to go over all the dimensions. I will list all of the specs. If you're looking for the case dimensions on both of these, all of that will get listed into the description of the video. Really just wanted to throw these side by side again aesthetically and ask you, do you have a strong preference towards one or the other? You know, just minor differences I'm even noticing here side by side that I can't say that I noticed before is the hands on the sub dials on the Chronomat here appear to be loomed. And when we hit the lights, I'll confirm that. But I did not notice that subtle difference until I had them side by side. Does not obviously appear to be that way here with the Navitimer. So again, 43mm case on this Navitimer. I can get it in 41 and can also get it in 46. And the Chronomat with the chronograph Chronomat here is just a 42. Not really fair to compare weight here. I unfortunately don't have the Navitimer on a bracelet and would love to have had this exact model on a bracelet. The one thing I will point out, both using the B01 in-house Breitling chronograph movement, which I'll show you through here on the case back in a second. On strap, the Navitimer is $9,100 retail, while the Chronomat on the Rolu bracelet, which I think is fantastic, is $8,500. If you want the Navitimer on a bracelet, you're bumping up to $9,500, so $1,000 more for the same chronograph movement. Do you like the Navitimer? If you like the Navitimer more than the Chronomat, do you like it more for the price as well? So again, slide rule bezel. It's going to go both ways. At one point, I knew how to use that to calculate tips. It's been a while. I'm going to have to retrain myself. Obviously, there is a lot more you can do and utilize with that slide rule bezel. Chronomat on the other hand, we have our traditional 60-minute bezel. Got rider tabs. If you're not familiar with the B01 movement, I will tell you sometimes there is a little bit more force or pressure to activate and stop the chronograph than on some of the other chronographs you may find out there, specifically thinking about the Speedmaster as well as some others that don't require quite as much effort. So let me throw these on wrist. Again, I have a 6 3/4 inch wrist. Admittedly, my preference is the smaller 41mm Navitimer. However, the 43 does not wear too bad, relatively short lug to lug. And the Chronomat. Butterfly style clasp on the Chronomat. Would love to see a vintage throwback to the 39, 40 millimeter size, the Chronomats from the, I guess what is that, the 80s and 90s now. I don't know if the B01 would get into a case that size, but I think it'd be a great option to have the chronograph in that same size as the GMT. So again, let me hit the lights. You can see we do have a little bit of lume on the sub-dial hands. So as always, greatly appreciate you viewing. Let me know in the comments, Chronomat or Navitimer. If you need anything or anything I can do for you, email me, brad@brentlmiller.com, and we'll see you in the next video.